Hey Magic fans, and welcome to the Let's Talk Magic podcast game day preview. Today it is game day number 70 for the Orlando Magic, and we are looking at the New Orleans Pelicans coming into the Kia Center as part of the Magic 8-game homestand. This sees the start of 4 games consecutively where we have Western Conference playoff chasing teams as our opposition. The venue, as we say, is the Kia Centre. The tip time for the UK is 11 p.m, which is 7 p.m in Orlando. And to watch live or on demand here in the UK, you are going to need an active NBA League Pass subscription. Let's talk about the Magic first of all. Our record, 41 and 28. We have won 4 consecutively and are at 8 and 2 in the last 10 played. The home record is officially 24 and 9. David Steele, as we say every time, will tell you it's 24 and 8. Because of the road loss in Mexico, which was classed as a home game. The standing, we are 5th in the Eastern Conference, but more of that to come. We are very, very close to the 4th and 3rd seed, but we will talk about that more in depth later on. Points per game, we are conceding 108.8. but scoring 110.8. That gap is widening between what we are scoring and what we are conceding. And it's going in the right direction, which is superb to see at this stage of the season. Offensively, we still rank at 24th. Defensively, we rate 3rd. The Magic have on 20 occasions this season held opponents to under 100 points, and we've won 17 of those games. And leading going into the 4th quarter, the Magic hold a record of 34 and 1. That's a league leading category for us. We remain perfect in the Kia Centre against sub 500 teams at 15 and 0. Shame that the Pelicans are not in that category. And the Magic are now guaranteed some form of post-season involvement. The win against the Charlotte Hornets last time out guaranteed us a berth in the play-in tournament as a minimum. Let's talk about that Charlotte Hornets game. 96-116 home court victory over the Hornets on Tuesday night. Let's be fair, before we go any further, the Charlotte Hornets were badly undermanned. But in seasons, the Magic have played down 2 teams that are having those struggles. They've gone to opponents' levels, not so this season. The opening 6 minutes, it was somewhat dull. Both teams sparred the way. However, 5 minutes remaining in that first quarter, Orlando hit the accelerator. And what followed for the rest of the half was, I believe, an elite display on both ends of the court. But as always for the Magic, it started on defence. It saw the Magic build a dominant 41-point lead before going into the locker room with a 32-67 score. Now that was a 35-point lead at the half, something that the Magic have only achieved twice in their franchise history. The record is 38 points at half. Completed on January the 9th in 2009. That was against the Atlanta Hawks. The only other time was also by 35. February the 14th, 2019 against the Hornets. So they're a good team for us to be facing. In that first half, the Magic shot 65% from the field, 50% from 3-point distance. And the second half saw many Magic players get vastly reduced minutes, or, if your name's Jonathan Isaac, not featuring at all. Cole Anthony, he led the Magic with 21 points, including 19 in the first half, going 8 of 8 perfect shooting from the field during that period. He was a large part of building the lead in all areas of the game. Jalen Suggs, he followed up with 16 points, 16 assists. Suggs' contribution included what has to be the highlight play of the night and potentially the highlight play of the season. Suggs stole for the Magic. Suggs stole the ball on the edge of our own defensive arc. He sprinted up the court. He fed Paolo Banchero, who was driving into the paint, through a no-look behind the back pass across to Jalen. Jalen had time to reset his feet and nailed a left wing corner 3. It was a beautiful play. Very limited action. Paolo, he had 13 points and 5 assists. Franz Wagner, 11 points, but unfortunately he was still struggling from range. Jonathan Isaac, in under 8 minutes played, had 8 points and harried the life out of any opponent who had the misfortune to be guarded by him. Starting lineup: Jalen Suggs, Gary Harris, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, Wendell Carter Jr. From the bench, everyone who was available played. We saw Jonathan Isaac, Markel Fultz, Cole Anthony, Joe Ingles and Mo Wagner. Then the final 6 minutes were closed out by Anthony Black, Caleb Houston, Chuma Okeke, Admiral Schofield and Goga Bitadze. Only Jet Howard, Kevon Harris and Trevelyan Queen were inactive for the Magic. As to tonight, that same issue. Jet Howard, he is assigned to the G League. He will be inactive. Trevelyan Queen, Kevon Harris, they are also assigned, unavailable with our G League affiliate, the Osceola Magic. Therefore, don't expect a deal of changes from Coach Mosley, as he will run with that current favoured starting unit and bench rotations. Tonight is a bigger challenge than we have seen of late. The New Orleans Pelicans, their season stats 42 and 26. They have won they've won 3 consecutively and are at 8 and 2 also in their last 10 played. They also are 5th in their conference. They are 5th in the West. They score a very handsome 116 points per game and concede 110.7. These are not an easy opponent. They are ranked 8th on offence, 5th on defence. On the season, the New Orleans Pelicans have a 22 and 13 road record. They don't shoot at anywhere near the highest rate in the league, but what they do shoot is done with accuracy. They have the 5th best percentage from the 3 and 8th for the field goals overall. They rank well in points from turnovers, on fast breaks, points in the paint and second chance scoring. They are a complete offensive unit. Defensively, they are strong in restricting second chance points, along with points in the paint and from turnovers. Though the Pels do allow teams to shoot from the 3 almost 39 times a game, they only concede from a third of those efforts. So they do defend it well. They have talent, they have size, and they finally have a healthy roster. Zion Williamson, he is averaging a shade under 30 points per game in his last 5 played. On the season, that's 22.7 points per game. Brandon Ingram, he weighs in with 21 points per game. CJ McCollum, 18.3. Trey Murphy III, Jonas Valanciunas, Herb Jones, they are all averaging double-digit scoring. Valanciunas, Williamson, Ingram and Larry Nance Jr., all effective rebounders. Last game for the Pels was also on Tuesday night, the March the 19th, same as the Magic. The Pels took a road win over the Brooklyn Nets, 104-91. In all honesty, it was a comfortable margin of victory for the Pelicans. The Nets actually led for less than a total of 30 seconds in the game. But that came on the back of a big second quarter. And Zion Williamson, he led the team with 28 points. CJ McCollum, he added 16. Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, both dropped 11. Larry Nance Jr., he led the bench with a double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds. And Trey Murphy III, he rounded out double-digit scoring for the Pelicans. Their starting unit was CJ McCollum, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson and Jonas Valanciunas. From the bench, Larry Nance Jr., Jose Alvarado, Trey Murphy III and Najee Marshall. Tonight, they do have one injury confirmed. That is Dyson Daniels. He is confirmed out following a left knee meniscus tear. Painful. Matt Ryan is questionable with an illness, and their 3 two-way guys, Malcolm Hill, EJ Little and Deron Sebron, are all listed as unavailable. Therefore, it's unlikely to see head coach Willie Green moving away from that favoured starting 5 that he used in the last matchup. For the Magic, head-to-head with the Pels, it's a record against the various franchise names that the New Orleans Pelicans have had. It's 25-20 for the Magic, and against the Pelicans, it's in that franchise name, it's 14-6 to the Magic. We are on a 3-game winning streak over the Pels. Last season it was a 2-0 win for the Magic on the series. Previous 2 seasons have been split 1-1, both teams winning on the road. Tonight is the first meeting between the 2 teams this season. The road fixture comes game day 76, which is April the 3rd, and the Magic have won 6 straight in the Smoothie King Centre. Orlando have not lost this series since 2011-2012 season. It's quite a while now. So, final thought, being able to sit so many players that, as Coach Mosley did in that second half against Charlotte, is a massive bonus at this time of the season. Reduced minutes, it gave valuable rest ahead of this tougher run. Our next 4 opponents, as I say, are all Western Conference playoff chasing teams: the New Orleans Pelicans, Sacramento Kings 40-28, Golden State Warriors 36-32 record, and the Clippers coming in with a 43-25 record. This game and what follows will undoubtedly be a valuable moment in the Magic team learning curve. The coaching staff are clearly talking and applying their experience to the team in building readiness for the postseason. And as we're talking about, the race for the playoffs in each conference is exceptionally competitive this season. In the East, the Magic are 3 games clear of Miami in 7th and the Philadelphia 76ers in 8th. Both have a 37-31 record, same as the Magic. Number of games played. Orlando, we are chasing Cleveland in 3rd. They have a 43-26 record, and the New York Knicks in 4th, 41-27. And for the Pels, it is a tight battle with the Clippers, who are in 4th, and the Kings in 6th. 2 of our next opponents. It is an interesting time. The Magic are going to have a say in both the East and the West Conference playoff race. It's a really interesting one. Say, if you are going tonight, be loud, be proud. Let's make this a playoff atmosphere for the Magic. Let's make it an unwelcoming place for a visiting team to come. We want to be in that postseason, and we want to get home court advantage if we can. Hopefully you've enjoyed this preview. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification button, and more importantly, go Magic, let's get that W.